this whole thing. All right. Welcome to the Drinks and Discussion podcast. Have we recorded since the new year started?
No, the new year just started on
Wednesday. Right. Yeah. So this is the first one since the new year started.
Happy 2020.
2020. We here. We still going strong. We still going strong, cuz. And my chuckers. But yeah, we still going strong, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate cameraman for putting up with my drunk bullshit.
What it is.
Oh, it's just my drunk bullshit. We're not gonna talk about the podcast where you got a little inebriated off the wine and started flying off the handle. We're not talking about those. It's a clean slate. It's 2020.
Never fly off the handle.
Oh.
Cameraman. Wait.
It was that one time.
We was like, oh, we giving her wine every podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But welcome to 2020, man.
Welcome. We here.
How do you feel? You feel like 2020, you coming in strong?
New year, new me. It's like, nah.
Yo, if you said that, you really got to get out. I ain't kicked you out in a while. You got to get out.
You know I'm kidding. I mean, I'm glad we're here.
I'm glad we're here, too.
Glad we're here.
Hell, I almost ain't make it. I'm glad I'm here.
Glad we're here.
Nigga, we made it.
We here.
All right. You got any resolutions this year?
I never do resolutions.
You got anything you want to improve on this year that you started improving on?
No.
You don't want to improve on anything?
That's what I'm improving on. No.
Oh, you should start saying no to niggas.
No.
Can I have $1?
No.
Oh. You ain't shit.
No, that's my improvement. But that's something that I just been working on as me anyway. But no, that's what I'm working on this year.
Are you are a giving person, aren't you? Like you give
I am
a lot.
very giving person.
Okay, so we'll give you $1.
No.
Golly. Should have asked you on the first.
2020 is the year of me.
You want $1?
Yes.
I thought you was about to say no.
Yes, I would love $1.
Oh my God. Didn't you just get off work? You don't need no $1.
Hey, I do. So I don't have to go back.
Well, how was your New Year? What did you do for New Year? How did you bring in the New Year?
We did some bar hopping early. We did grown folks bar hopping. Like we bar hop from like 8 to 9:30. And then we went home.
Y'all went to one bar? Like 8 to 9:30? Like that's one bar.
And we went home and went to sleep.
So you slept through the New Year?
I woke up at 5. And then I did 4, 3, 2.
Oh
1.
my God. Just imagine you wake up 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, happy.
Yeah, right.
Just
and that's exactly how it went. I
straight
was
to sleep.
Oh, Happy New Year. Okay. Good night.
All right, that's what's up.
What did you do?
I turned up on New Year's.
I bet you did, because I wasn't invited.
I was DJing. I was DJing during New Year's.
You was having a whole DJing session.
Yeah, I didn't bring my boards or anything. It wasn't like the big setup that you went to last time. I just had my laptop and, it was like a little intimate setting or whatever. It was a couple of people, man. I was DJing out there. I had fun, though. I turned up.
Are you going to be a better co-host in the new year?
Yes, I am. That's my...
we know each other.
When do I act like we don't know it? Never mind. So I am, yes, I will act like I know you.
Oh, thanks.
I won't have you waving all hard next time.
Okay.
But you were waving hard as shit.
I know, me, my sister, my cousin, we was all like, I know he see us.
I know him. And let me have done something dumb out there. I don't know who this man is. I feel sorry for this man.
Sorry to this man. Wouldn't know this man. He walked past me right now. No, sorry to this man.
Oh man. But yeah, I did that. Make sure I had my greens. Ate my greens.
All right.
New Year's Day. Make sure I got to the money. Get to the money this year, man.
You had your black eyed peas and hog's head.
Hog's head, no hog's head. I don't do the swine,
I don't even remember what the hog's head is for.
Yeah, but no, I ain't had no black eyed peas, man. I probably should have, man. Now my health is in question.
You had your black eyed peas?
I
ain't have black eyed peas or collard greens, so. But I did clean everything, and I didn't do any laundry on the first. All my sheets were clean.
Are you supposed to not do laundry on the first?
No laundry because you'll wash your good luck away or something like
that. Oh,
well,
I definitely ain't do no laundry because that shit's still sitting in there. Need to be folded up.
Hold on, wait. They ain't say bring in the new year with your dirty drawers.
No, I said need to be folded up.
However you bring in the new year is how it is for the whole year. So
I guess clothes is gonna
all year.
I guess clothes gonna need to be folded all year because I ain't folded them motherfuckers yet. I washed them shits on the 30th of December and they still sitting in that fucking basket in there.
It's about time to wash again. There ain't gonna be nothing in the basket. Basket empty.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, I really ain't do too much, man. You know, it gets to the point where going out to the club for New Year's gets old.
It's been old.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I enjoy going out every now and then, but you know, it's just like certain times it just be like, it's just too many people out there.
It's too many people.
I don't be wanting to go out.
The cover charge goes way up to
surcharge is on. I should have been doing Lyft. That's what I should have been doing.
Everything and then it's always cold. No matter how warm it is, it's always cold. And then everybody think you need to get a cute little dress and some little heels and stand in line forever after you already bought your ticket. I ain't doing that. I'm done. I did it one time.
Did it one time, never again.
Did it one time, never again.
Put a bad taste in your mouth.
Every time. Every time.
Oh boy! I tell you, V. So, what do we have as far as current events? What do we need to be focusing on?
Honestly, as far as in social media, it was real quiet.
Somebody do something. Somebody leak a sex tape or something. We need something to talk about.
Ooh, don't do that. I mean, y'all can leak it. I'm just not gonna watch it, but we can talk about it.
I'm pretty sure it'll pop up on my Twitter.
I don't know if it was this week or last week, but you know, your boy and Keisha Cole still going at it. And he like put the top four.
Cuz.
He put the top 4 codes, and it was like.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw that.
It was like Cole from Martin. Something else cold. It was
coleslaw. Yeah, I saw the coleslaw. I was like, damn, man, that's fucked up.
I was weak. Coleslaw was before Keisha Cole.
That was fucked up, man.
I was super weak, but that was funny. Other than that, I don't think anything's been going on social media. I might be a little detached from social media because I started playing Yahtzee on my phone.
Oh my God. What's wrong with you?
So now in my free time, instead of like scrolling Facebook and Instagram,
Yahtzee!
I'm out here playing Yahtzee. I play Yahtzee.
I have no idea how to play Yahtzee. I just know it's dice involved.
I didn't know until I downloaded it because I was like, I don't have no games on my phone and I'd be bored.
You got games on your phone?
I got games now.
Ain't no kid gonna want to play Yahtzee, but Yahtzee, what the fuck is this? You ain't got no.
It ain't for kids, it's for me.
You ain't got no Angry Birds. No Angry Birds for Android.
No, you gotta use your mind. You gotta have good mind opening games like Yahtzee and Sudoku. God almighty. Obviously, the Yahtzee ain't working for you. Download Sudoku now. Sound like a Dragon Ball Z character and shit. Hey, it don't matter if I can say it because I can play it and I'm good at it.
All right, if you say so. So, I made a discovery, right? Do you want to know what this discovery is?
Nope.
Yeah, you do?
I already know I don't want to know because here you come with the mess.
Yeah, here's the discovery. So you know how we've been talking about the gas station pill, right? You know the ladies got a gas station pill too?
What would that do? What is it?
All right, well, because I'm all live on my phone and the picture is on my phone, so I can't show you the picture right now. I should have showed it to you before we started. But yeah, ladies got a gas station pill too, and it's called Something Kitty. It's called Something Kitty. Get your kitty right. So ladies, if your kitty ain't right for whatever reason, just pop by the gas station.
What does it do?
I don't know. Maybe it makes it more moist. Maybe it makes it...
Did you say moist?
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
Makes it moister.
Yeah, right. I don't know, but y'all got a gas station pill too, and that shit.
I'll pass.
And it's a girl on the front of it in a kitty outfit.
Hold on, you gonna do a demonstration again? Cause you got to. Like, ooh.
When I seen it, I hollered. It's expensive though. It's like $10.99. I said, damn. I said that better get your kitty right for a week. $10.99. That's a lot of money.
How much is the male gas station pill? You know.
That shit like $5.99, something like that.
Oh, it's an extra $5.
Yeah.
I need to do some more research on this pill. I don't know what it does. I'm not understanding.
I don't know what it does neither. All I know is I saw it and I saw it and I thought of you. I said, let me bring this to the podcast.
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel.
Oh man. I wonder has any woman ever hit me with the gas station pill? I'm curious now. Now I gotta know.
This whole gas station pill,
we're gonna call this Pillgate.
Pillgate. All of it I'm confused about. I didn't know there was a male pill. Then I found out there was, and it's got a lot going on. And now there's a female pill it's just too much for me.
Well, I'm pretty sure we should have known about it because I mean, like, okay, so it's like over the counter shit. Like,
I don't pay attention to nothing that's over the counter. Give me everything that's under the counter. Like, give me the Cheetos and the Twix. I ain't seen nothing over the counter. Because anything back there is usually something I don't need. Like, you just
I'm talking about like over the counter medications and stuff. Okay, so like you know everything has like a counterpart. Like for like what's the shit you can only get for the prescription to shoot up your nose for your sinuses?
Flonase.
Yeah, Flonase. Yeah, it's like the cheap shit that's in the aisle where you don't have to ask the physician about.
Oh.
Or the pharmaceutical person.
But it's at the gas station. It's behind the counter, though. Still, you got to ask.
I mean, shit, you get Benadryl from behind the counter.
Oh, they got Benadryl behind the counter?
Mm-hmm. You can't just go in there and buy Benadryl. Nigga be popping Benadryl for getting fucking high.
Really?
White kids.
They gonna be asleep. I'd be asleep for a long time.
But yeah, you know, I knew they had, you know, some form of Viagra for women and then some form of Viagra for men.
Yeah, there is a female Viagra.
Yeah, so like the gas station pill is like the cheaper counterpart of those two.
It just sounds dangerous.
It does sound dangerous.
I don't want no parts of it.
I will pop me a Benadryl before I go to Rockfish.
If you're getting it at the gas station. I mean, there's not a lot you can get at gas station. Well, it depends on what gas station.
Yeah, you gotta go to fancy gas station.
Yeah, if you go to the Sheets, you can get anything at Sheets.
Man, Sheets sell everything.
Yeah, Sheets.
You might walk out of there with a new car from Sheets.
And I endorse everything that Sheets sells. Whatever is in
You go in there and get lunch, sit down, having a good lunch, watch the game.
Yep. And let me tell you, their chicken sandwich is good. Their turkey subs, good. Their fries, great. They got chicken sausage in the morning.
Oh, they got chicken sausage in the morning?
Chicken sausage biscuit. Yeah, maple chicken. And it's delicious. And you can get it however you would like it. I get it mine on sourdough bread. It's wonderful. And they cut it in half for you. They slice it. It's a great thing.
Thank you for the food review.
Oh, you know I like to eat. I know food.
Oh my God. Anything else we need to discuss?
That's really all I know about. There's anything you want to talk about?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing. We about to get into the bullshit though.
Get into the nitty gritty.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Rita, how old are you again?
Old enough.
20 what?
29.
Good.
I'm almost 30.
You're almost 30. Let me tell you.
Almost 30.
Tell you, being in your 30s, that's when the shit happens. That's when you get on your shit in your 30s, man.
I've always been on it.
No. See, listen, it's different. It's different in your 30s. Once you get that 3-0.
You've been 30 for all of how long?
2 years.
Oh,
yeah. I'm telling you, it's
the
a
30
whole
expert.
It's a whole different
whole
vibe.
24 months.
It's a whole different vibe when you're in your 30s,
How?
man. Let me tell you. So compared to my 20s, I don't know, everybody different. But compared to my 20s, like, I won't shit in my 20s.
Well, that's you.
No, listen, Linda. Listen. Won't shit in my 20s, man. Broke nigga, ain't had no bread, whoop, da-da-da. Like, I don't know. I didn't know how to experience life in my 20s. In my 30s, I've been living.
For the past 2 years. You keep going over this in my 30s thing like you've been 30 for a long time.
Man, look, I'm telling you, but I did a lot of shit. I did enough shit in my 30s so far to make up for not doing shit in my 20s.
Okay.
I've done a lot. Like, it's like, you know, I got money in my account now, so it's like I'm not running around with like fucking $12, you know, trying to survive off of fucking scraps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a better understanding of life, you know, and I just don't give a fuck. You know? And it feels good.
I don't know that that's different from me today.
Well, I mean, you a special breed though, man. You just different, man. You just weird and different, yo.
Like, this sounds like regular life.
Nah, you just weird and different. That's all it is.
I mean, there's some things that I haven't done as much of because I've chosen not to, and that I plan to do more of in the future.
Like what? But, give me an example.
Like traveling.
Okay.
Like, I would never take time off work. And I would take time off work when they made me take time off work. And even then...
When your hours ain't rolled over at the end of the year?
Yeah, they're like, you got to be off. So then I'd be off and just be at home not doing anything.
Oh, you trash. You gotta get out and live.
I wasn't doing anything. And then I wasn't really doing a whole lot until my friend moved to Maryland. And then I would go to Maryland all the time and chill with her. Or me and her would go to South Carolina. But I mean, like, I haven't traveled. Like, this past year I went to Cancun. That was cool. And then this year I got a few things on the list of things I want to do. Up. Yeah, mm-hmm. I got a week long.
Be hot mama with your little 2-piece on the beach.
Hey, hold on. I was always doing that. Shoot, I brought 11 bikinis last year. 11.
Why do girls buy so many bikinis, yo?
Because it's like an outfit. It's an outfit. It's a whole outfit.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe just I'm cool with like 4 or 5 swimming trunks, like, and I'm good.
It's an outfit. Like, if I go to the beach for a week, I need a different one for each day. And then I'll need 2 because I might go out in the morning in one, and then we go to dinner and I get cute and, you know, put on my outfit for dinner. Mm-hmm. And then after dinner, I need another one. I can't wear the same one I had on earlier.
Okay. All right.
It's an outfit.
Yeah, I just try to figure out how that works.
Like, I have us wearing the same bikini all week.
I did not say that.
Us out here washing with one rag.
Yo, if you out here washing with one rag, nigga, you nasty, bro. Yo, so look, I'm gonna tell you. So all right, so I was on a guy's trip or whatever, right? And I was sharing a room with one of my homeboys or whatever. I think I might have been like 23 at the time or whatever. So, you know, split the room or whatever, you know, because I mean, we really wasn't going to be in the room because we were doing activities and shit like that. So, you know, just paying attention to people's hygiene. And I was just like, because, all right, so at the time, at this particular time, I was like a super germaphobe. Like, I've calmed down a lot because I've realized that germs are everywhere. So I've like calmed down just a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like a super germaphobe. Like, it was to the point where like I packed like a sheet and a comforter for the hotel. And it wasn't a shitty hotel neither. We was at the Sheraton and shit. Gotcha. So it wasn't a shitty hotel, but I just wouldn't sleep on the...
sometimes, but I just do it because I have really sensitive skin. I have skin allergies. Mm-hmm. So sometimes whatever they wash in breaks me out.
Got you.
I bring my own stuff just for that. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been like, oh, it's germy. But sometimes I have been like,
Yeah, I was like bringing my own sheet and comforter and shit. But anyway, like just paying attention to how other people keep up with their hygiene. Like, my man literally used the same. All right, so, you know, at a hotel, you shower, you get up in the morning, you shower or whatever. You know, you put your towel in the floor underneath the sink. Housekeepers come, they get the towels, they give you new towels, right? All right, it's not what my man did. So my man folded his shit up, the towel and the wash rag. He folded his shit up, put it on the nightstand next to his bed, and put a note on it that says "Do not touch." And I was just like, I'm just so fucking confused. And then the next morning, he got up and used that. I said, "Oh, nigga."
Now a towel, like if you just drying off with the towel, I can understand maybe. But a washcloth, nah.
Yeah, I was just.
You didn't washed in it.
That was the whole day's travel on that, on that rag. Like I was just like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Like
as soon as I finish washing, that rag is done. It's over for it.
So Pete, like my grandmother is old school, right? So, she had like a wash machine. She used to have to hang your clothes out on the line and shit like that. Like my grandmother,
we have a clothesline.
Right. So like my grandmother, when I used to come and visit for like the summer or whatever, she used to like make me use like the same towel to dry off with like 2 days in a row and shit, and then she'd wash it. And that shit just fucking bugged the fuck out of me. Like I would literally like run in the closet, sneak, grab another towel and shit, and then hide the first towel, like and then she called my mom after my mom come and pick me up. Why the fuck are all these towels up under my bed?
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I used to do that, man. I don't know, man. I was just always like, for a little boy, like I used to go outside and play in the dirt, but like I used to wash my hands when I came in, like thoroughly.
You're supposed to wash your hands.
Yeah, but little boys, man,
Yeah, boys are disgusting. Disgusting.
You know what? Chill out.
I'm just saying.
Chill out. Don't talk about us. We don't talk about you.
Yes, y'all do.
When did I talk about you?
You just said. Never mind. Never.
I'm glad you ate before this podcast, because you would have went in.
I'm a better person.
You would have went in.
I have food.
Oh, boom. So speaking of going in, right? So I had a conversation. that was a wild segue, wasn't it? Speaking about going in,
karma is real.
It's a wild segue and a trash segue. It's two different segues. All right, no. Yeah, we just everywhere today. Fuck it, man. We don't know what we talking about. Look. All right, so I was talking with one of my homeboys the other day, right? And we were talking about just the glow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from where we came up at, like he was homeless at one point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the glow up from where we were at and then to where we are at now or whatever. And I told him that, all right, so he's like a grade A fuckboy. He's in his 30s, but he's still a grade A fuckboy. And I've talked to his face, he knows who I'm talking about. And and
shout out to you.
And I told him that he looks better on paper. And he was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? I said, well, you got a career, you got your own house, you're making decent money, you ain't got no kids, you know what I'm saying? You out here, you doing your thing, like, but you still fuck over women. So I said, you look better on paper. Like if you were when you talking to somebody, you send your representative looks better than what you actually are.
You got a nice resume.
Right.
Interview.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Even when he come for the interview,
when he start working.
Yeah, when it's after that 90-day period, that's when, all right, yeah, this nigga don't work for real.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And he was asking me, he was like, yeah, man, I don't understand how. All right, so when we were younger, we dated. Like when we were dating certain girls, they would be friends with each other. So, and that's going to bring me into the story that I'm getting ready, but I got to set it up first. So, being younger, in general, you attract what you are, right? So, this particular point in time, I was dating this girl that was in medical school. She's in medical school at Duke. He was dating her friend, which was just some ratchet chick from around the way. Okay. So I've always had the potential aura, and he's always had like the fuckboy aura. So we were talking about that particular situation, and he was like, how the fuck did you end up with her? Like, because I met her like at the end of her residency or whatever. Like, she was like getting ready to walk across the stage. Like, and she was giving me, a young nigga with not shit going on for herself the time of day. Right. And he was like, how did you finesse that? And I could only get her friend. Like, I couldn't get none of her doctor friends. I had to get the ratchet friend. And I was just like, bro, it's like, you are what you attract. Like, nigga, I'm potential and you're not. Like,
continue.
Yeah, So, damn, I actually just went into one of the stories with med school. Anyway, but yeah, so boom, later on in life. All right, cool. So later on in life, we ended up dating. I dated this one young lady that was a lawyer, and he was dating her friend, which was the ratchet friend. Like, she had a career, but she was just ratchet. Like, you ever see like one of those ratchet people? They got a good job, but it's just like, why did they hire you?
Yes.
All right, yeah, it was one of those, right? Yes. And he had tried to get at the lawyer first. I didn't know about it until after the fact, right? He tried to get at the lawyer first. Lawyer won't feeling him. So the lawyer put him on with her friend. And next thing you know, like, we go to like a little venue or whatever for an event. I be like, oh shit, I know this nigga. Oh shit, I know this nigga. And the girls was like, y'all know each other? Like, like, did y'all set this up? Like, no, nigga, I ain't know. The fuck? But he asked me again. He was like, bro, how the fuck did you land her, dog? And I was like, at this time, I was well off. I was good. Making decent money. And I was just like, bro, it's potential, nigga. And I looked at the young lady. I said, well, why do you like me? She was like, because you have potential. I said, oh.
Okay.
All right. So all right. So let me ask you this. When you get courted by men, what kind of guys do you attract? Or is it that you put yourself in situations to attract a certain type of guy?
That's a good question.
Inquiring minds want to know.
That's a good question. I don't know. As far as if I'm out and about, guys that come up to me are I guess I mostly attract I can't speak on like their resume, but I usually attract guys that have a lot of self-confidence, and that means that they are they're in a good place.
Okay.
So they feel like when they step to me, like they are bringing something to the table.
Gotcha.
And I think people feel like I carry myself with a lot of confidence. So for a guy to even try to approach me, he has to have that level, knowing that he's doing something.
Right.
He's got something going on. Like, he knows that he can't approach me on no BS. Like, he can't approach me if he doesn't have it together.
Right.
So I do get you attract what you are. As far as potential, I don't know about that as much as like, do you think you have potential? Because now we as women, or I can speak for me, I guess, but there's sometimes that I'm like, okay, I see something in him. Like, he could be better. He could be this. He could be that.
Potential.
But it's not just about what I see. It's about what he thinks too. Because if he's content where he is, then his potential does nothing for me.
Yeah, that diminishes really quickly.
Yeah. So it's got to be like, okay, do you have potential, and are you motivated to do something about it? So it goes hand in hand. You need both. You don't need just potential. Got you. Because you can be like in a good place, like I was saying, like we talked about before. Like, you can be in the career you want to be in, and you're all the way where you want to be. So are you content with being there, or are you trying to expand where you are?
Right.
So,
Trying to level up, or have you leveled up?
Yeah, are you
Dun, dun,
like,
dun.
what is it? So you need that potential and that motivation.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So you're in a situation, right? A guy is wanting to shoot his shot. What? I know nobody's shooting their shot right now, but just hypothetically, a guy's wanting to shoot his shot. What are as far as financial status, as far as if notoriety plays a part with you, as far as the person maybe having a friendship with you prior to, like what are your things in those areas that have to be checked off before you say, all right, nigga, you can go ahead and shoot. Before you blow the whistle, get a nigga, go ahead and shoot.
If somebody approaches me, if there's somebody that's going to approach me, I would much rather be approached on like a personal level. Like, I don't like people that are kind of like bragging or something like that. Like when people come up, like, you could be at the club with your girls and they're like, oh, get what you want, get all your girls something. Like now you trying to flaunt and trying to be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Now I can understand if, you see me at the bar, you get me a drink or whatever, and then you see I'm with my girls and you might be like, oh, okay, I apologize. They want something as well. That's something different than being like, oh, I'm about a bar, I'm gonna buy y'all that.
Okay,
like it's different.
So you like a nigga with
be humble.
Yeah, with some humble with his finesse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I dig it.
And like I said, come like chill. Don't come with a lot of questions. Like I guess you can ask me my name, stuff like that, but like don't come.
You don't want the nigga to know your name? Golly.
Don't come to me with a lot of questions because I'd rather somebody come conversational. I don't like.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask you this. So what is a conversation if not a series of question and answers? Not direct questions, but
yeah, I mean conversational. Like, okay, so say we're at a club or something. So you come and you're commenting on the club, like, oh, okay, have you been here before? Like, or I come here all the time, or I came in from out of town and I just came out here chilling. Do you know any other places or something like that? Like, right. Just talk. Just have a conversation. Don't come, what's your name? You got a man? How like stuff like that is annoying to me. Like that's already a turn off. Like if you come to me like that, I'm already like, I don't talk to you.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think that's ever been in my approach. Yeah, I don't think, you know what? I don't think I ever asked if they got a dude or not. Only because, like, okay, well, if you continue this conversation, I am to assume that you are single and are looking, or you are taken and willing to cheat. Like one of those two are one of those two.
Not necessarily. They might just be being nice.
And then they might just be being nice.
And they might be trying to fill you out. Maybe they don't know. Like we don't, as soon as a man come up to me like, I got a man, don't talk to me.
Yo, there's women like that too. Like, nigga, I was just asking you to move out the way so I can get a drink. I ain't fucking worried about you. The fuck?
You was trying to talk to me. I know you was trying to talk to me. You weren't worried about no drink.
Dusty bitch.
That's too much. That's too much. So no, I'm going to wait and see like where the conversation is going. If you just out here having regular conversation, I might be like, all right, I'm going to talk to you. You just having regular conversation. You just out here like you don't know nobody.
Right.
That's one thing. And then now when you start going into that direction,
but that's where
I'll be like, help, wait.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's you break the ice, and I'm not gonna ask you the question, but if the conversation is flowing and then it's like, we get to the point where, it's either stay right to come kick it later on, or go left because you got a man. And you stay right and you really got a man. It's like, oh, you willing to cheat?
Yeah, that's somebody that's trying to get them free drinks. So I came for them drink specials.
Oh man. All right. Oh, that's cool then. That's cool. You got shit to talk about for real. What the fuck? Oh, all right. Look, my shit would pop up and jumped. I said, yo. All right, V. So, what do you want right now?
I need some more information.
No, do with it what you will. What do you want right now?
A nap.
That does not pertain to the dialogue of the conversation today.
You said do whatever I want with it.
Oh, all right.
Karma is real. No, okay. What do I want as far as in somebody else?
Yes.
Things that I require: patience. Patience is important, especially for open communication. In order for me to feel like I can definitely say what I need to say or speak freely, patience and a judgment-free zone. Like, I need to know that when I say something, like, we can talk about it and you're not gonna be all up in arms about it.
Are you sure this isn't like when you're hungry? Like, just patience when you're hungry, and then patience for when you say something out of pocket when you're hungry. Like,
you need to know that when I'm hungry, I'm not a good person. It's not the same person. That's when the Gemini kicks in. But
when another Gemini is in the room.
But as far as patience, that's what's important to me. Patience, communication, being open and honest. As far as personality, a good sense of humor.
Okay.
We need to be able to laugh and act up, be silly. What else? Looks. I mean, yeah, your fly match my fly. Like, you gotta be something good to look at.
Your fly match my fly.
Your
fly
gotta
be something good to look at.
Hey.
Can we go in depth? Like, what are you looking for? Like, you want like
just clean.
Okay.
And wearing clothes that fit nicely.
Okay.
I mean, that's all. Like, I have never been into name brands and stuff like that. Like,
stop talking about clothes. We're talking about looks. Like, you want the nigga to have fucking blue eyes or green eyes or whatever.
No. I mean, if you do, that's cool. Like, just be cute. I don't have all of that. I'm not like, I would prefer them to be tall.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting into the meat of the situation.
That's it. I would prefer them to be tall.
Okay.
That's all.
And why you prefer them to be tall?
Because I'm tall.
Okay. And that's the only reason why you prefer them to be tall. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I'm tall.
Okay. Well, you're average height, but yes.
Average height for a female is like 5'5" to 5'7".
Okay.
I'm not average. I'm taller than 5'7".
How are you?
We're not gonna talk about it. Anywho, yeah, they just gotta be fun to be around. Know how to make any situation fun. Like, wherever we go, we can have fun and just act up. Because I'm gonna act silly.
So if you're going to a graveyard, you want him to act up and be fun. You said any situation.
If we at the funeral, I need for you to like.
No, I just said a graveyard. You ain't gotta be at the funeral.
Why are we at the graveyard?
I don't know. Maybe it's Halloween. Y'all want to do some wild shit.
We ain't going to the graveyard.
Okay.
I ain't going to the graveyard unless I'm going to the funeral.
Funeral.
That's the only reason. But no, just somebody, like I said, I can act up and have fun with. Why are you making that face? What are you looking for? What do you want right now? Are your DMs open?
No, why you keep asking me that? My DMs are not open.
Because I just have to verify every week.
No, you just ask me every fucking week.
I have to verify.
No, my DMs are not open.
I have to confirm for the listeners. Somebody might think this their week.
No. It's not. It wasn't your week last week. It's not your week this week. It won't be your week next week.
Maybe next week, y'all.
No. What do I want?
Oh, gracious.
Yo, I like people with like good energy, yo. Like, okay, so like even when I was younger, like I could feel people's energy. Yeah. You know, not that spiritual shit, but yeah. I knew if you was a fucked up individual, like I could spend like maybe like 5 minutes around you, and be like, yeah, it's not nobody I hang out with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Yeah.
I've met some guys before, and I talk to them, and I be like, this ain't gonna work. I already know.
So I like women that are like family oriented. Like, gotta be close with your family, or at least a certain part of your family. It don't have to be both sides. Like, if you're just close with your mom's side, whatever. But I kind of prefer, a woman that like actively has her parents in her life, like both of them. But they don't. I mean, we live in a society to where a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a different family bond when you have that. Let me see what else. Personality wise, I mean, I'm all for being goofy, but you got to know when to be serious too.
I mean, that's in all things. Like you can't always be goofy.
I mean, I'm funny, so I'm funny enough for everybody. So you ain't got to be funny. Make me laugh at least once a month. I'm good.
So you funny.
I'm hilarious. I'm Nick Cannon hilarious.
But is Nick Cannon funny?
Apparently he is, because he was joking when he started rapping again.
That was a joke. I don't know if it was a funny joke, but still not sure if he's funny.
Oh man, but I think I'm pretty funny. Like, put me in a situation in a room full of people, I'm gonna make somebody laugh.
At you or with you?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both
Both
of them.
I can understand.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Looks.
Here we go. Here comes the mess right here.
It's no mess.
This is what I was waiting for.
You was waiting for this one?
Yeah, I was waiting for this part.
Why would you wait for this one?
Because I already knew. Go ahead.
What you think? No,
Go ahead.
No.
I said I was waiting because I wanted to understand.
We got time to burn.
I wanted to see what you was going to say.
No, but you had an idea where I was going with it, so we got time to...
But I already know.
Tell me. I want to know.
know. Light skin, natural hair. Not necessarily tall. Average. You don't want her to be tall. Not too tall, at least. Small frame. No kids. Smart. Anything else?
You're going off of looks.
I left looks.
You left looks and went a whole nother thing.
But I mean, light skin, natural hair, average height or shorter. That's all I got really.
All right.
Small, yes.
All right, so
gotta be little. You don't want a big girl.
All right, so look, I'm gonna tell you what you got right and what you got wrong.
I didn't get anything wrong.
Yeah, you did.
He about to come with some lies.
No, I'm not.
He's about to lie, you guys.
No, I'm not. So I don't know if you know, but I know cameraman knows that I've always been an ass man. So
go ahead, I'm listening.
So let's
can still have a small frame and have a proportionate behind.
Nah, I like a lot of butt. But no, I mean seriously, like
so that's the part I got wrong. Small.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I mean, it's not a must. That's just like, if it's there, then all for it. But if it's not, I'm cool. What else you get wrong? She ain't got. How light skinned we talking?
Apparently, you think you're light skinned, so I guess I don't know what. I don't know how light skinned.
I used to be light skinned. I spent too much time in the sun.
I'm just saying that's what you said. We've had this conversation because when your DMs were open, I was trying to help and I was going to push people to the DMs. I was asking, who do I push to the DMs and who do I push away from the DMs? So we've already had this conversation. I just want you to share your BS with the rest of the world.
It's not BS. It's truth.
Okay.
It's true.
But I got it wrong though.
You did get it wrong.
Okay. What else did I get wrong?
Now I do prefer natural hair, but I mean, if you got a weave.
Listen to the lie. No. He's like, I like big girls, but I like small girls too. I like natural hair, but
you know what I like? I like black.
Okay.
I like black women. Period. I like black women. Period.
He like girls with no cars.
Oh, you trash. Oh, you super trash. See, look, I let you live when you gave your explanation. Oh, you super trash.
I'm kidding. I was just referring back to the last podcast.
Oh, I bet.
I was just referring back.
Oh man.
Just make references.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Be afraid.
Weeks.
Be afraid.
People been listening for weeks. I'm just
afraid next
bringing
week.
in our
Be very
regulars
afraid.
to what they were thinking. The regulars were thinking that.
Are you gonna write next week's topics?
No, I will.
Okay.
Be afraid of what? What do I have to be afraid of?
Just be afraid next week.
I was just saying it was a common theme. What else? Talk about the looks. Light skin, natural hair. Light skin or dark skin. Natural or weave. Yeah, big or small.
I like pretty girls. Like girls that are like real pretty in the face. I like pretty girls.
Or ugly.
Nah, I can't do that. I gotta be able to look at you, man. If I can't look at you,
okay,
it ain't gonna work.
Anything else?
I'm done, man. I don't even want to talk no more, man.
You don't like me no more?
No.
That's why I don't get invited.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Because you don't know how to act. You ain't even had no drinks today. You don't know how to act, man. You ain't even had no drink today. You don't know how to act, man.
Oh, I'm acting right. I'm sorry. I'm back. Hi, guys.
I hate you so much.
Hey, so if you could shoot your shot at one celebrity, which one would it be?
Jill Scott.
Oh, cousin to Mike.
Nope.
Oh.
I just always been in love with Jill Scott.
Like, hold on, wait.
Yeah, it'd be either between Jill Scott and I don't even know who would be a number 2 behind Jill Scott. I had to pick a young girl to be a number 2 because Jill Scott would be my cougar. My number 2 would be It's a lot of women coming to mind, man.
Oh my gosh, pick one.
Oh, okay. All right. Kaylin, Joe Budden's ex. Little Puerto Rican chick.
Kaylin.
Yeah. The one that was a dancer.
Oh,
yeah.
She used to talk Joe Budden?
Yeah.
I follow her.
Yeah.
She's a great dancer. I love her, but I didn't know that part about her. I just know she's a dancer.
Yeah,
she's good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be one of them too.
Kaylin, really? Huh. Okay. Interesting. You want to know mine? You should already know.
Lorenz Tate.
That's my boo.
But that nigga short, so if you had to choose a tall nigga.
I don't know. Lorenz Tate is it for me. That is like the ultimate celeb. Like, that is my ultimate celeb crush and has been for forever.
That nigga's a stalker.
A stalker? Why?
Because he took the address off the check.
Oh my God. You are not going to talk about my movie like that.
That nigga looked at the door like, he was like, do you want to come in?
You're not going to talk about my movie like that. I love him and I will love him forever.
That nigga, what was the Ryan Isley CD?
Don't worry about it, because you're trying to talk trash about my movie.
Oh, man.
I love him and I will love him forever. So, he is my ultimate celeb crush.
So wait, do you watch Power?
No.
So you didn't watch? You know what? You didn't watch Power because of him?
Huh? No, I still didn't watch it. Oh. My sister still keeps me in the loop, and I still share all his Instagram posts about it and stuff. Anytime he posts on Instagram, I usually share it. Oh. And my sister is like,
Did she tell you about the sex scene?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. It was still Power. I still love him though. But yeah, my sister was like, brother-in-law was exposed. I was like, oh no, he don't need to be showing my goodies to everybody.
You are terrible. You are terrible. All right, so we got a question. You got your phone? You want to read the question? I read the last question, so you get to read this one. I texted to you.
Oh, I need to. Bring it out of hiding.
Yeah. I don't know who you hiding it from.
Bring it up. Bring it out of hiding. Okay, question. All right, so we have a question from a listener. Hi, listener.
What up?
All right, so their question is, I've been with my man for a few months now. We met in July of 2016, but just as friends. His ex-girlfriend passed early 2019.
Oh, shit.
We started dating around mid-2019. My man is a great man, but we have issues with arguing. Nothing violent, but every disagreement we have, it leaves a sour taste in our mouth about the relationship. We both aren't perfect, and I accept my faults when conducting conversations. But what advice can you give to help us to better communicate and grow in the relationship?
You take this first, because I got something to say. Because I got questions.
I too have questions, but I'm going to leave the questions alone, and I'm just going to answer the question at hand.
Wait, no, we got to talk about the questions first. Fuck that. All right, so she said that she met the guy as a friend in July of 2016, so mid 2016.
Mm-hmm.
The girlfriend passed away early 2019, so early last year. So let's just say January of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Did she kill the girlfriend?
Stop. Oh, my God.
I got questions. Like,
that is not the question I was going to ask.
Oh, okay. What question was you going to ask?
Oh, jeez.
I thought she was plotting this whole time. I said, damn, she done gave a confession over the... All right. Look, it's power. Power's in my head. It's coming on tonight.
See, that's why I don't watch it. That is
Who
not
shot
what I
Ghost?
read.
Who
That's
shot
not
Ghost?
what I read. But I mean, I did as far as, you go from the friend, you console, and now we're dating. But, oh, okay. You hopped up like you waiting to say something.
No, I was just getting ready. Like, I thought you might have said something. I had a rebuttal. So,
But the question at hand is that they have arguments, and it leaves a sour taste in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes that's because the argument isn't necessarily resolved, and everybody hasn't been heard out. Because sometimes with arguments, we try to say, okay, let's squash this. Everything's good. This was a dumb argument. Like, we don't need to talk about it. Let's move on. But you can't necessarily do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when you do, there's still something in your mind that is like, okay, how did we get there? How do we move past it? Like, you kind of get stuck. And that's why some arguments leave a sour taste, because you kind of get stuck in that same predicament, because you don't really know how you got there. And it's not something you can just let go and move forward.
Right.
Because I know arguing in a relationship, sometimes at the end of the relationship, you kind of like, all right, we can move past it, but where is your mind? And that could be how she's feeling. Like, okay, yeah, we've moved past it, but I'm not sure how he feels about it. Okay. Like, because we didn't necessarily put it all out there. So even though I'm like, we moved past it, is he still thinking about it? Did it change the way that he thinks of me? Did it change the way that I think of him? And in open communication, that is something that you have to say. Gotcha. Even after the argument is over, you need to say, hey, this made me feel a little differently in this area of our relationship. Let's talk about that. Not necessarily, this isn't us talking about the argument. This is talking about the residual feelings that were left over after it. You have to address those.
Right.
Because then you start feeling insecure. Then you start feeling like, okay, if we have a next argument, is it because of something we didn't resolve before? Is it because now I'm afraid from how the last argument, how we were left over from that? Now I'm afraid, like, because of that argument, are we going to break up? Like, is this something that keeps, is this a small crack that becomes a bigger crack, a bigger crack, a bigger crack? And we're like, right now, it's just like, a small fracture. But it's something that keeps. So you have to address those. Mm-hmm. You have to address stuff like that. And I feel like that's things that leave a sour taste, because you haven't gotten rid of that, the residual feelings from the argument. Yes, you might have resolved that issue, but you didn't resolve the feelings that were left over after the argument.
Okay. I totally agree with what you're saying. As you were speaking, I was listening. I kept reading one particular line. and I'm assuming this is a she. She says, and I quote, we both aren't perfect. We both aren't perfect, and I accept my faults when it comes to conducting conversations. So in my mind, I feel like she's over there like motherfucker, like just being disrespectful when she speaks, you know. And he and you know, I don't know, you know, how her dude is, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, he's probably just like, I'm just done talking. Like he might just shut down. You know,
can't unring the bell.
Yeah,
when
like
she say stuff, you have to be careful in arguments. Like as much as you want to just go off and say all types of stuff, when you argue, make sure it's about explaining your feelings, not about trying to break the other person down.
Right, and I do think people don't get that. Like, I know when I argue, I get my point across, and then I'm done. I'm done talking at that point. You can say what you got to say, or if you've already said what you have to say, I've said what I needed to say. How are we moving forward? You know, but you know, people tend to want to linger on or not, you know, up front give all their feelings. Like I've been in arguments where, okay, boom, it's a situation. You stated how you felt. Okay, cool. That's how you feel. Well, this is how I feel about it. What are we going to do to move forward? Well, I didn't tell you about, you had all this time to say that shit earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have another platform to stand on. So you could say your shit again. Okay, how are we moving forward? And it's like, you know, at what extent does emotion just take over to where you're just like, I'm just going to talk, and nothing's going to get resolved. I'm about action. Like, look, all right, look, you told me how you felt. All right, cool. How are we moving forward?
I don't know about that.
Why? What don't you know about that? Like,
I mean, yeah, you told me how you felt, but in situations like that, that could make people a little less likely to say everything they need to say because I feel like in those types of statements, you've kind of negated their feelings.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, how are we moving forward? I may say something to the effect of, let's give an example. All right, boom. You and I are arguing. I don't know. I don't know. Give me something that'll make you start an argument.
That'll make me start an argument. I mean, what I'm saying is, as far as when somebody says, okay, this is how I felt about this. Okay, why did it make you feel that way? And then that could be past traumas, that could be past experiences.
Now see, right there. So it's wanting us to inquire about the feelings of the situation, but as guys, that's not how we're programmed. We are fixers. We want to fix the situation and be done with it. But you can't fix a
situation if you don't know what the situation is.
Yeah.
If it's just, I feel a way
can.
about this, then you're like, okay, I'll never do that again. You need to say, okay, why do you feel that way about this? Like, what? I understand that this makes you feel a way, because if you just say, I'll never say that again, but there's another trigger word that can make them feel the same way, if you didn't get to the root of the issue, you can't solve it.
But why wasn't that stated in the initial, like, okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're saying, is karma real?
Karma is
nah, but no, we talked off air. I do agree with what Vita was saying, though. Even though I think you're wrong, I agree with her. See, that's the thing. You agree with your girl, even though you think she wrong. Any woman, just agree with her. Even though you think she wrong, just be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And I'm going to do better. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to do better.
Bullshit.
All the way. We need a flag.
Sometimes.
We need a flag so we can throw it every time you start talking. That ain't it. BS.
Fling that shit.
BS. Gotta go in there. Flat.
All right. But we are all tired. We are tired and we about to get up out of here. So young lady, just better your communication. You may need to go to therapy, some kind of couple counseling, something. Because if you guys aren't communicating effectively, then what's the point of communicating at all? Boom. Words of wisdom. V, are you good? All hearts and minds clear?
Yes.
Now they are.
I'm good.
Yeah, I had to slide the sensible statement in there.
Yeah,
now,
I'm glad you make sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My heart and mind is not clear, but that's another topic for another day. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely mad at you. I'm absolutely mad at you. You know what? Better eat before you get here next time and the time after that, because I'm not feeding you.
Oh, that's okay. I'll feed you. I'll bring pizza.
Oh, you gonna bring pizza?
I will.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Boom. So it's time for us to get out of here. Make sure you follow the podcast, D&D Pod, on Instagram, Drinks and Discussion Podcast on Facebook. YouTube is fucking with us, but we will have those videos uploaded for y'all for those of you who want to see the video. Make sure you follow me, KvngBak, KvngBak, all social media platforms. My Instagram is bubbling, my Twitter is reckless, and my TikTok is wildin'.
When did you get on TikTok?
I be TikToking while I'm walking with my dots.
You can follow me at Miss Vee _DND, wherever you can find me.
Cause she ain't many places. All right. I don't know. It's about time for us to get another guest in here, man.
Yeah, who we gonna bring? Who wants to be a guest? Ooh, who do y'all want to be a guest? Who y'all want to hear from? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Shoot us
bring them out.
Yeah, shoot us a message on IG, man. IG. Shoot us a message on Instagram, man.
He on so many different platforms. He don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I done made some new shit. Instazam, nigga. Instazam. All right, man. We out of here, man. I'm tired. Bye. Go away.